Welcome back. I'm glad to have you here along with me as I set up for Ostara and March. This time I am doing daffodils and violets for my theme. I really wanted to go back and do robin's eggs again, but thought I would change it up a little this year. So you see me, I'm starting here inking in my doodles with a Yookers felt tip pen with Noodlers Black ink in it. This ink is great because I can run over it with marker and it doesn't smear, but I do have to let it dry for quite some time first. So I go through and ink all of this, and then you'll see me stick a page in there, flip to the next page, start inking, and come back to erase and color. After my cover page, I am starting on what will be behind the Dutch door of my calendar. Yep, I'm still doing the Dutch door calendar, though this month I flipped the side that my quote goes on. So instead of being on the right, I have it on the left. This month's quote is "Choose your words wisely." Again, this comes from the tarot card of the year that I pulled for March, and the phrase is from Elliot Oracle's blog. He has some really great distillations of the cards. On the right hand side here, I'm doing my tarot tracker and tracking a few other things. I actually forgot to mark there that I will be cutting some things off, so some of those trackers don't get included. So sorry for the cutoff bit here. I was looking at my camera through the wrong angle and thought that I was completely in screen. But I colored the daffodils with a yellow mildliner. I'm doing the violets with two Artist Loft markers in purple. I went and did the darker purple in the center and then a lighter purple on top to blend that together. For the green, I am using my Crayola Super Tip Green, and I will also come back and use some of my Crayola Super Tip Blue to accent this page. March is my birthday month, and so I do like to do things that I especially enjoy in March, which is why I always keep that dusty blue and green in March for the past several years. The yellows and purples are a little bright for me. It's definitely a very Ostara, but maybe not the color choices I would normally go with. So I did, on some of my daffodils, layer the marker to get some shading in the petals. And I don't do all of that on film. I do some afterwards. Right now I'm working on, or started, my cleaning tracker. You see me brainstorming how I'm going to do that there. Then I am cutting out my little Dutch door for my calendar. And I ripped one of my pages, which was a big bummer. Yeah, but it's the first time it's happened, so hopefully I'll learn from my mistake and keep moving on. So for this calendar, as I mentioned, I swapped to the side of my quote, and also swapped to the side of where the trackers and all are. So I was able to get my habit and tarot tracker on the same page as my cleaning tracker, and I'm hoping that'll help me fill them out. I am lining my month with a dark purple Artist Loft water brush pen, and I really like the way this kind of ties the colors together instead of using a black. Let's see. Yeah, this is one where I don't do the layers on the daffodils, unfortunately. But yes, so as I was saying, on the left-hand side, I have my trackers. On the right-hand side, I'm going to be doing a master to-do list, and I have a blank page to use as needed. And my goals are along the bottom there. So I have my write goals and my school goals. In February, it worked really well to write all of my like little assignment bits that need to happen in the school section, and I'm planning to do that again for March. So for my to-do here, I am just writing a header at the top and including some violets. You'll see that I have a line there, and I end up actually going in and inking it in my vertical line. The plan is to just brainstorm my to-do list to the right of that line, and then come back on the left side and categorize them, similar to an Alistair style method. So here we are at the cleaning tracker. I decided not to do a wheel this month, but a violet, and I lined up the little ridges in the petal to be my different day or instances of cleaning these things. So I went ahead and put in my center darkness, and then I will use the light purple to shade in the days that I clean those areas. This has really evolved for me. Some months I like to do certain tasks every week. I'm in the process of preparing for a move, and so things are just kind of crazy. So I'm just counting it a success if I do the things at all. So instead of dusting every week, making sure I dust once a month, because as I'm packing things, I'm dusting them as I go. So just one overall dusting is great. You can see Melville here definitely wanted to help. He was staring out the window during part of this as well. I'm adding in just a little more of the leaf goodness here. I wanted it to spill over that white space. You know, I love some white space, but it seemed a little off balance. I didn't perfectly center my text. So that is it for my March Ostara setup. I have my trackers, my goals along the bottom, my calendar, my master to-do list, and blank space to mind map or do another to-do list as needed, and then it goes into my weeklies. Thanks so much for coming along with me. Blessed be.